This is my final paper and presentation recording of my EIU 4155 European Witch Hunts class. My name is Tori Wilson, and I chose to do the book or film series based on magic, which I chose to do Harry Potter. The reason I chose to do this book or film series is because I have always been an avid reader of these series, and I am a huge fan of Harry Potter and the magical world, so I thought it would be a really fun topic to cover, and also I felt like it tied a great amount into the topics that we have covered about how modern society views witchcraft versus what it had in the past. So I thought this would be a really fun topic to kind of go over and share some fun facts about. So in my first slide, I wanted to talk about some background information on the books. These were created by J.K. Rowling in '97, and it became its first film in 2001. The actual storyline takes place when Harry Potter is born in 1980, and he lives in this tiny little house on Pivot Drive with his aunt and uncle and cousin because his parents were murdered by Voldemort. And as we all know, Hagrid delivers the famous line that "You're a wizard, Harry," on his 11th birthday, whenever he finds out that he's a wizard and goes to school at Hogwarts. So through Harry's time at Hogwarts, he makes quite a few friends, but mostly he has two best friends, Hermione Granger and Ron Weasley. Hermione is a very smart witch. She is Muggle-born, which means she comes from two non-magical parents. We actually share the same birthday. She's born on September 19th, and her Patronus is an otter. And a Patronus is basically a positive, advanced magic force that can protect you against dark creatures. And Ron is the sixth son of Arthur and Molly. He grows up in this really big makeshift kind of house called the Burrow. And his birthday is on March, so he's a little bit younger. And his Patronus is actually a dog. So Hogwarts is one of the first schools of magic. It was created in the 10th century, along with some other schools around the world. And once you're selected into Hogwarts, you are sorted into one of the four houses, either a Gryffindor, a Hufflepuff, a Ravenclaw, or a Slytherin. I am personally a Ravenclaw, and if you want to find out what your house would be, there is a test on pottermore.com where you could take and find out which house you would belong to, and I honestly feel like it's really accurate. So some fun facts about Hogwarts is that there are 142 moving staircases. There's a ton of secret rooms, some of which are actually dangerous for students, so I'm not sure why they actually have them in there. But there's also a black lake that has merpeople in it, an owlery, and a Quidditch stadium where Harry spends a lot of his time practicing his flying skills. So outside of Hogwarts, there's a small town called Hogsmeade. It is filled with only magical people, and there are some cute little shops there called Honeydukes, which is a candy shop, or Zonko's, which is also another popular shop, and it's a joke shop that's actually ran by Ron's brothers, who are twins. And inside of Hogsmeade, there's also an abandoned, or aka haunted house that is called the Shrieking Shack, and actually becomes home to Sirius Black, who escaped Azkaban, is on the run. And Sirius Black actually ends up being Harry Potter's godfather later on in the book series. So to cover some of the enemies that Harry runs into, his main enemy is Voldemort, whose real name is Tom Riddle, who was born in 1926, and he actually shares a wand with Harry and their brothers, so they can't actually defeat themselves using the same wands. So Voldemort can actually talk to snakes, or what is called Possetum, and he is obsessed with killing Harry and taking over the wizarding world. So later on in the series, Albus Dumbledore is killed, and Voldemort takes his wand, which is the Elder Wand, and is also considered part of the three Deathly Hallows, which you have obviously the Elder Wand. It is the most powerful wand, the Cloak of Invisibility, which Harry Potter owns, and the Resurrection Stone, which can bring anyone back to life. So Voldemort has created these 6 Horcruxes, and they are created by splitting his soul and placing them into an object or a human being to remain immortal, and you can only do this by killing an innocent person. And throughout the movies and the books, we see that he has created the Lost Diadem, which is a crown or tiara, the Tom Riddle's diary, which we see in the second book, a locket, a cup of Hufflepuff, Nagini, which is actually his like pet snake, and then Harry Potter himself, which was created on accident. So I thought I would throw in some hidden facts that most people wouldn't know about Harry Potter. Whenever you're accepted into Hogwarts, you can bring a cat, an owl, a toad, or a rat with you. If a muggle saw Hogwarts, they would see it as an old abandoned building. There's a professor at Hogwarts who teaches divination, and they believe that if you sit at a table with 13 people, the first one who gets up is the first one to die. And this actually happens in the Order of the Phoenix, in which Sirius is the first to stand and is later murdered. And also, J.K. Rowling created Dementors to represent her depression during her creating these books. Some hidden facts continued. In the prophecy that started the Harry Potter series, aka the Chosen One, it was supposed to be the one person who can kill Voldemort, and it's supposed to be a male child born in the 7th month, and that could have been either Harry or his friend Neville, who were born in the same month and had all the same characteristics that were spoken of during this prophecy. So in the Order of the Phoenix, they actually hired over 40 cat models for just one scene, and they were later adopted by the entire cast. And wizards actually have double life expectancy than humans, and they can live to be over 100 years old. And one thing I thought was really funny is that the Hogwarts school motto translates to never tickle a sleeping dragon. So on my last slide, I want to talk about the Harry Potter books in order. And the past couple years, we saw the Fantastic Beasts movies. They came out and were supposed to be set before Harry Potter was actually even born. So then after those, we have the 7 books that were in the Harry Potter series, and the Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, which is actually a screenplay written for a Broadway musical. So I just hope that this PowerPoint and video kind of sparked an interest to read the books or watch the movies, or even just Google the Pottermore website and take a look at that, maybe even take a house test. So thanks.